we're just going to explore a little bit because that's what we do. ExploringKentucky.com. By all means, guys, please leave a comment if you're from Vine Grove, if you've been to Vine Grove, if you know what's going on in Vine Grove, because there just seems to be a lot of construction, a lot of road closures, some empty storefronts, I don't know. But I mean, it looks like it has a lot of charm to it, don't get me wrong. It's just that, I mean, you can tell that something's going on here. We are, I believe, in Hardin County, about an hour away from Louisville. Now, Louisville is misleading because you got Jefferson County and you got Louisville, and I feel like there's an effort underway, probably since the 70s, to sort of absorb Jefferson County into Louisville Metro. And it's not really a conspiracy theory, really. Even when you go into Jefferson County, there aren't a lot of signs that say welcome to Jefferson County. It says welcome to Louisville Metro. But this is not about Louisville. We are in Vine Grove. We'll talk about Louisville in a different video. But as you can tell, there's a lot of construction, let me show you. Right above the hill there, the road's closed by the city hall. We're gonna go to the body shop here, and then we're gonna turn around and we're gonna sort of walk backwards. Not literally, but we're gonna backtrack, I guess is the right term. So the body shop's been there since '62. They've got this cool bench. You guys know how I like benches and all that, where people can just come and sit. You got to be real careful because there's a drop here. A lot of American flags, really cool. Today is actually extremely sunny. I actually laid out in the pool before I came over here, but it's actually really cool, which is nice because the last few days it's been like 100 degrees. So Vine Grove is also a rock's throw from Fort Knox, which is like its own county, really. It's humongous. And it's really not that long of a walk to make my point. So check out the sidewalk, elevated sidewalks. You see that a lot in really hilly parts of the state. So I think if I just walk 50 feet, maybe 100 feet, I'll be able to make my point. Now I'm actually walking on the street, but I'm real close to the shoulder, so if a car comes, when I dig that, look at the steps here. This is cool. So you find yourself like in the middle of the road. They give you every opportunity to get off of the road, so that's good. What's this here? This is like a wrecker. Vine Grove Body Shop, which is right over there. They got their own wrecker. And as you can see, you see that car up there? They got a detour because they've got that that road closure. And right over there is, well, that gazebo is really cool, but right over there is City Hall. Actually, that's a house, but behind that house is City Hall. So yeah, so you got a lot of road closures. Actually, let's walk to City Hall. Let's just walk to City Hall. I mean, we're here. It's another 50 feet. Let's not be lazy. It's such a beautiful day too. Now, City Hall is just like a, oh, he went around the barrier. He's a badass. He's a rebel. He doesn't live by society's rules. He makes his own rules. And then right over there is City Hall. So I'm sure that guy was like, now we're gonna backtrack, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk right through downtown, the historic part. Maybe there's another downtown, I don't know. I like the historic downtowns. I'm not really big into strip malls and, you know, Walmarts, and I mean, I go to those places, but I'm not gonna make a video for Exploring Kentucky, you know, at a store you can go to anywhere in the country. So there's some cool like vehicles there. I mean, obviously they're pretty dinged up because it's a body shop, but nonetheless, a lot of body shops, believe it or not, they will go to auctions and buy wrecked cars, restore them, and then flip them, which isn't really that hard to believe, because you figure they're like artists when it comes to you know, bringing beat up cars back to life. And they charge the insurance companies and everyday citizens sometimes an arm and a leg. Some people love their cars more than their family members, so you know, why wouldn't they want to make a buck if they can by flipping cars, especially muscle cars and, you know, cars that require manual transmission. It seems like all the cars now are automatic. I ain't complaining because I can't drive manual, but if you got a muscle car, I would think you'd want manual transmission. You want to drive the car, right? You don't want the car to drive you. So over here, I showed you guys there was some construction work behind us by City Hall. The road's closed. Up here, the road closed also. So now this here, it's good for videoing because there's no traffic here, you know, like none. By City Hall, it's just one-way traffic. Here there's none. So, but you got to watch for the side streets. So I'm trying to be considerate here so they can come by. A lot of people will not cross the camera shot, which I think is really, really considerate, really nice. I don't want to put anyone out of their way, so I make it a point to turn in a different direction so that, you know, they can drive by. So what I'm going to do is we're going to walk through here because pedestrian traffic can still walk through, and this here is probably not related to what's over by City Hall, but I mean, just imagine what this would do to local business. I mean, who's going to be able to come and buy stuff here? Open by appointment or book online, which is a smart way to go because, I mean, there's no passerby traffic due to the road work. I mean, you got, it's not even that you can walk around it. There seems to be like some kind of filtration water thing going on there. I wonder what kind of store this is. It looks really cool. Oh, they're open too. Hello. Oh, it's an antique shop. Look at that. That's real cool. But you know, you figure their business must be on life support because of this road closure. But it looked like they had a lot of cool stuff in there. So another really cool antique shop in Sparta. A lot of small towns. Not that this is a small town. Well, I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. But antique shops are great. And I'm even having trouble like walking through this corridor, makeshift corridor. I mean, all it is really a fence. You got a fence here and just a little tiny bit to walk through, and I think it's intended for people to walk in from the other side, but I mean, there's just a ton of work being done here. Like I said, I don't even think you can walk in that way. That's a medical center. I wonder what's, we could walk probably up that way a little bit. And you know, I don't really like going into residential areas too much. It's not my cup of tea. But so maybe what we'll do is we'll just go to the rail yard here. The railroad. I don't even know what I'm saying. And got that house there on the corner I like. Might be an apartment building, I don't know, or an office building, I don't know. It's real nice. And maybe what I'll do is I'll walk down the tracks here. And if you guys hear a train, please leave a comment, let me know. Of course, by the time I read the comment, I'm probably going to be you know, flattened out, but I think I'll be okay. So I'm gonna walk around, and you know, it's pretty cool to live in a small town. I don't know if I'd want to live next to the train though. got to be pretty loud, I would think. There's no way that this is not an active track. No way. But what we'll do is we'll walk down here. There's an apothecary over there. We'll hang a left. And it's interesting because the Wikipedia page for Vine Grove was like so eye-catching. Not to say that it's not eye-catching, but there was nothing to forewarn the would-be visitor about all the construction being done. So hopefully, you know, the elected officials over at the Vine Grove City Hall are making sure that the construction work is moving along as quickly as possible, especially because of those businesses downtown that are probably struggling. You know, because like I said, I mean, one of them was playing it real smart by doing by appointment only, you know, type situation, but you know, anything else would be, I think, you know, ambitious at best, insane more realistically, because I had trouble walking through that section, and most people are not going to trek through it. You know, this again, now the finished product is probably going to be amazing because the amount of development this community is going to have is probably going to be worth it. But the question is how long, you know what I mean? How long is reasonable for these businesses to kind of hang in there, you know what I mean? You got a barber shop, an antique shop, a hair salon. You know, they can't make money if people can't physically walk in the door, you know what I mean? So, and there's definitely a lot of potential here. I mean, like I said, it's only an hour from Louisville. It's a rock's throw from Fort Knox. It's probably an even shorter rock's throw from E-Town, which is, you know, becoming a major city. Not quite to the size of Louisville or Lexington, but I could see where maybe in 10 or 15 years, which is not that long, it might be kind of like in the Bowling Green level, which would be humongous. Route of Lincolns. In the autumn of 1816, Abraham Lincoln's family traveled through this old pioneer trail through Vine Grove, established in 1802, when migrating from Nob Hill Farm, LaRue County, Kentucky, to Spencer County, Indiana. That's very interesting. And there's a little walkway here for the barber shop. But again, it's got a nice bank here, some nice signage. So again, hopefully those at City Hall there, I'm sure they're working throughout the night trying to get this construction work wrapped up ASAP. But you know, a lot of people are distrusting of their elected officials. They think that they really don't do anything, but I'm sure that's not the case here. So again, guys, be sure to check out Vine Grove, Kentucky here, and most definitely check it out once all the construction and road work is done. I'm sure it's going to be well worth the wait.